Hello everyone! I have someone with me! And I bet you're wondering why this is not a Sunday fun day. Well, easy. We're not talking about a movie that's currently out. Instead, we're calling this what it perfectly is. It's Rantings and Ravings. And in all essence, I guess you could say this is reaction videos. We're going to talk about different things. This will be an on and off again series. Like, it'll pop up whenever there's something that comes up that we just have to talk about. Especially when it comes to movies, anything that is new or anything that we learned about this movie, especially something that is tying into our childhood. And nothing ties into both of our childhoods any better than Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And of course, this is Megan, this is Charlie. We're going to talk about the new movie that Lionsgate, if I'm not mistaken, is doing it, right? Oh, okay. I see.
I have no idea.
You're not much of a production company follower.
Yeah, like I don't follow that. I don't follow producers, directors, really.
Noob.
It's like I just happen to know some movies are directed by certain directors, and
mostly because I had to point them out.
well, I know like everyone made me go about James Cameron directing Avatar and Titanic. That's how I know he directed that.
Well, they kind of make a big deal about it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, the AC came on. That's going to be nice and loud.
Yeah, it's like I just don't really pay attention. Unless everybody's making a big deal and just kind of gets ingrained into my head.
Well, I think it was such a shock whenever James Cameron did Titanic, mostly because at that point he was known for doing Terminator, more sci-fi kind of based movies and everything. He was going to suddenly do this love story, especially based on historical events. So it was a little surprising. Avatar was just because James Cameron at that time hadn't really done anything in like 10 years or something at that point, you know? Like pretty much I think his last big movie was Titanic. I might be wrong. But yeah, that's the reason why they make a big deal. Like, oh, it's a new James Cameron movie. It's awesome. It's alright. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't follow directors, I don't follow producers or production companies, like you said.
Yeah. But hey.
I just pay attention to the movie itself, like what it's about, and also the casting. That's the most I pay attention.
Yeah. And now that
you can call me a noob for that if you want to bite me.
But now that we have completely lost everybody, we do need to talk about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I learned sometime last year, mostly because I follow Jason David Frank on Facebook. And those of you who do not know, he's the awesome Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin Rangers and also the White Ranger. Then he was the Red Ranger in CO and the Red Ranger for the first, pretty much half of Turbo.
And then he returned later as a professor on one of the shows.
He returned as the Black Dinosaur, or Black Pterodactyl, was it what it was? I can't remember. Or it might have been Brontosaurus, but he returned as the Black Ranger for Dino Charge. Pretty awesome in that, even though he really didn't show a lot. But also it's because Jason David.
Of course, what's it called? Forever Red?
Yeah, Forever Red.
With all the Red Rangers in the past.
I have that now. They still having Wild Force.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to watch that now.
Okay.
It's just got all the Red Rangers except for
Well, maybe we'll do it for Team 101 eventually.
Maybe.
From my shows eventually we'll get around to posting.
Well, you usually gotta edit them. That's the problem. I ain't gonna edit them. It's like 2 hours.
And also we gotta watch them, but I can't get him to watch some of the stuff because he doesn't have the time. He works nights.
Yeah, I work 40 hours a week. Sometimes slightly more. So it's really hard for me to be able to watch stuff consistently, especially since, like she said, I work nights. I pretty much can wake up at 3 and then I gotta go work shortly afterwards. And then I get home at 6.
Good morning.
Yeah, and I can maybe eat me something and go sleep. I wake up again. But anyway.
I'm gonna say we're rambling again.
Yeah, that's
what you call it, rambling.
Yeah, maybe. But hey, we do need to talk about the new movie coming out. Like I said, I learned about from Jason David Frank, and I was like, oh yes, this actually sounds like a neat idea because they're trying to reintroduce the Mighty Morphin era of the Power Rangers. Those you don't know, it's the first 3 seasons of Power Rangers.
Yeah, the best era.
Some could argue that some of the later seasons actually weren't that bad. Time Force is really good. The writing is pretty fantastic.
I stopped watching after Machine Empire.
Which is bad because it means you missed most of Zeo, which I thought was pretty good. And then you missed most of Turbo, which was pretty god awful. And then you missed In Space, which was pretty just one of the best seasons. I will say In Space is awesome, probably one of the best, if not the best. But Time Force does give it a run for its money.
Yeah, I mean, stuff I've been hearing about the other seasons, like I am so lost. I just want to like watch all these seasons. Okay, what is going on with some of these people? Like Bulk and Skull and Rita and Zed and Zordon and why don't he?
Yeah, Zordon exploded.
Goes completely.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to do that in this one, but anyway. But like I said...
hopefully Zordon will look better in this movie than he looked in the original Power Rangers movie.
95?
I think. Yeah, like he looked nothing like his TV counterpart. You know, name was the same, had the same face that they did, the same voice actor.
The problem was that they had to actually, they were trying to make everything look spiffier and everything. That's the reason why they went with the CGI Zords and CGI Megazord. And because of that, the movie looks dated as crap.
Yeah, and they totally changed up the command center, the interior of that. It's like,
I just really liked how the command center looked in the movie. I thought it was really sleek and very interesting looking.
Well, it's just like continuity from the show.
To be fair, it also
it
kind of screwed over how they got the ninja powers. Or was it a ninja power? Yeah, it was a ninja
Yeah, I think
powers.
they decided to ignore the first movie, but somehow they decided to make the second movie part of the TV series.
Yeah, it was actually canon.
Yeah.
Somehow that makes the second.
But we're getting off topic again. We're talking about the original series, the original movies. When we need to talk about the new movie that's going to be coming out.
Yeah.
Next year.
It's either next year or it's late this year. I don't say it's next year though. I want to say early next year.
So too.
But
here's right here, but I ain't about to look it up. Like, we got stuff to do.
But yeah, whenever they decided to eventually do this movie, they have now slowly started to leak out photos. Like we've seen photos of Rita now, who's going to be the main villain, obviously, in the movie. And
by Elizabeth Banks.
Yes, by Effie.
Effie.
Yeah,
Effie Trinket.
Yeah, from What's Me Doing? I can't remember. Hunger Games. Sorry, just
many
totally
votes be ever in your favor. I did a really bad capital accent, but.
And then they've also released. They have released who the Rangers are going to be, and literally I've heard none of them. They've probably been in like B movies or Asylum movies or anything like that. Nothing against us. Just saying.
It's probably a good thing to get a bunch of unknowns for the Rangers.
Oh yeah.
It kind of helps add to the believability and.
Yeah, but what they have released is Elizabeth Banks in her Rita Repulsa outfit, and also the suits for the Rangers. They have also explained a little bit about the suits for the Rangers, that they are not just regular suits, they're actually alien life organisms in a way, I think, that have grown onto them. And because of their morphers and everything. Which,
that makes sense considering their powers are aliens. Like, that actually, like, okay.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a retcon they did that, well, Zordon came across the powers, is what he originally said in the TV show. But then they retconned it in a way that Zordon, the powers might have been from KO-35, I think is where it's from, or I can't remember the name of the other place that Zordon's from, but it's an alien world.
Yeah.
It's like Eltar or Elthar or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Oh my god, it's gonna bug me now.
But pretty much Zordon came across. So I don't mind the fact that I know people are like, hey, we're never aliens. Yes, you actually technically were.
It's like, yeah, the powers are alien.
Or they're at least mystical in their own nature, so it would make sense that it'd be some kind of organism or anything like that. But hey, we actually do need to talk about, and what I keep looking at over here.
Yeah, we need to talk about the outfits.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about actually Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa. I'll try and go ahead and like put a little thing right here where people go, there she is. Like cut it in somewhere. Mm-hmm. Let's see if my editing skills will be decent.
What's up with that?
Yeah. But we need to talk about her look, because at first there was a bit of controversy. A lot of people didn't like it. They thought
myself included.
They thought it was, some thought it was a little too mature acting in a way, like it's trying to make her look dark or menacing. And it's like, I'm going to be honest, I loved the outfit when I first saw it. I was like, alright, that's actually pretty cool. That's a neat update.
Yeah, I didn't like they were trying to, like, Elizabeth Banks even said, like, they tried to make it modern and edgy. It's like, oh my god, why does everything have to be modern and edgy? Or at least edgy. Like, why does it have to be edgy?
Well, see, I don't mind edgy as long as they don't use the word gritty. Gritty is where I begin to have problems, because gritty is trying to do the Power Rangers like fanfic or fan film that came out
with James Vanderbeek.
Yeah, which technically wasn't a fan film. It was a guy making fun of all these kid shows that are being rebooted into movies and everything, and how they're making them too mature.
Trying to make them mature.
Yeah, and he tried to make it. It was a joke. People who still don't get the joke, it's like, I didn't like it beyond the fact that I thought it was disingenuous to Power Rangers, which it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But also, I just didn't like just how some of the things did. Though I did like how their armor worked. That they were still in suits and everything, but like it would hit like a force field, which kind of made sense, because otherwise they would just get shredded every time a monster would start shooting laser beams at them. It's like, oh, you're wearing cloth? Dead. I win. Ha 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 ha. And also, swords just cut right through that, but that's kind of off topic there. But yeah, it's like, I don't like that when they try to go gritty and try to make it mature. It's like, this, I don't think they're trying to go for mature. When they're using edgy, I think they're trying to go more for modern. Which I don't mind trying to modernize it. This is a show that is over 20 years old, based off of a Sentai, Japanese Sentai.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't mind it had they actually just kind of updated, kind of modernized Rita's actual outfit, but they changed it.
Well, see, it's going to be really hard to modernize her outfit, because, I mean, think about the cone boobs is straight out of Madonna's, whatever video that is that Lady Gaga then ripped off. Sorry if I'm not up to date on Madonna, just not. And then
you'd be way behind on that one.
Yeah. But then there is, like, the kind of, like, she's just a big, bulky, like, witch. And it looks exactly like what you would think Baba Yaga or any kind of mythical figure would look like. And, yeah, I guess
I think that was the point.
Yeah, but after a while, she's not very threatening. Beyond the fact she never really was.
It's like I missed the little, the little thing that was kind of back behind her. What was it?
The massive choker she was wearing?
Yeah, the big, not a headpiece. What was that called? The
cape?
The big thing kind of like band behind her. It's like, I missed that. Like, that was an essential part of her costume, I think.
But it also made it where the character couldn't do much. I mean, she was pretty much relegated to just standing around, pouting, and then throwing her staff every now and then. She never was able to go...
Make my monsters grow!
Yeah, make my didn't grow. Bam! Viagra. Everybody's made that joke 1,000 times. I'm not the first. But I like that they modernized it. It looks like she's able to move, because it also makes her look like she can actually go toe-to-toe with the Rangers. Because that was one thing that you only got to see Lord Zed do up in the second season, whenever he actually fought Tommy and wiped the floor with him. Either there's Jason, one of them two, but he just bulldozed right through him. It showed just how powerful our villains are supposed to be. Because, I mean, that's one of the problems that Power Rangers always had. It's like, you can have these menacing villains, but it's like, until you actually see them do something short of making a monster get bigger, see them actually going toe-to-toe with the Power Rangers, you can't always take them very well, incredibly, as a threat. And this, Rita looks like she's going to be able to fight them easily and just wipe the floor with them, which is pretty cool. I like that idea. And also, I like the fact that it's all green. I know some people are like, oh, it's all green. I think they're tying into the fact they're probably going to introduce Green Ranger in this. And I like the fact...
like, she was very intimately tied in the show to the Green Rangers. Like, I It's like, okay, I don't mind the fact that it's all green. Although I initially had a problem with the fact that her hair was like tinged a bit green. It's like, eh.
I think it'll.
I was like, now it's starting to grow on me. It's like her whole outfit's starting to grow a little bit on me.
I think now
Those nails, oh god.
the newer video or the new photos they've been releasing from on set when they've actually been filming, I think her hair is actually more just jet black. I might be wrong, and people might be pointing out, no, it's actually green. It just looks, it's really dark, actually, though. It's not as
it might appear black
neon.
in the movie, like because of the lighting.
Yeah,
But here in the photo here, you can see, like it's green.
I know. I'm just saying that probably on set they like this was just a production photo that they just released to kind of tease people and everything. While what they actually are doing, I think is actually going to go with her hair being black, probably. I might be wrong, but still, like I said, I like the idea that they actually made the character green. I actually like that they're probably going to introduce the Green Ranger.
Yeah, like it makes sense. It makes sense that it's green. Like that she was intimately tied to the Green Ranger.
Yeah, and his powers tied to hers is probably going to be something.
Yeah, because she created him, and then later tried to turn him evil again, or take away his powers or something. And
yeah, she tried to take away his powers. And
that's why they were forced to create the White Ranger.
Yeah. Well, also because his powers are constantly in flux.
Yeah, because that was the thing with like the Japanese version.
Yeah, something they did with the Sentai. And a whole other thing.
Yeah, and I think in the American version they wanted to find a way to keep Tommy around.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's make him the White Ranger.
Yeah, and also it's when they had to do some weird things. Pretty much they had two different Sentais they were using at times. Mm-hmm. Because, like, the second season where they had the Thunderzords, I believe? Yeah, Thunderzords. Pardon me.
The Mega Thunderzords, I think. Is what...
Yeah, the Thunderzords is what they were called. But whenever they introduced them and everything.
That sounds about right.
But whenever they introduced them and everything, there was... that Sentai didn't have a Green Ranger. In fact, I don't even think it had a fifth Ranger. But it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was like Decker Ranger, I want to say is what it's called. Yeah, believe it or not, it's actually called Ranger or something in Japanese. Or something Ranger. Or the Super Sentai stuff. But whenever they had that, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't have a fifth Ranger. Or if they did, it was like a different color that didn't go. And like the suits were completely different than Mighty Morphin. So Saban, they decided, like, oh no, we're going to just keep the monsters that obviously they're fighting, and we're just going to kind of like intercut the footage of like the new Zords to kind of like explain why they got new Zords, because they didn't have any new Zord footage. Mm-hmm. They're like, okay, let's cut that in with this, and sometimes you can see where it is if you like really go scene by scene, or little take by take, you can sometimes see like the difference, like, oh, this is actually the Megazords, the original Megazord doing this. Yeah. But it's actually pretty decently done. But like I said, it's like I like that they're gonna go with this look for Elizabeth Bank. I think it makes her look menacing. She looks like she's actually a threat. Then against the old Rita, it's like I never did very much take her as a threat. I always thought of her as a joke. And I mean, yeah, she did some sort of threatening things, but it didn't help like half her plans were like, I'm gonna make Kimberly sad. Okay, why does that matter?
Yeah, there was one episode, I can't remember if it was in the first or second season, either Rita or Zed's plan was to just ruin Kimberly's whole day. I don't think it was Rita's plan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Rita's.
Sounds like Rita.
Though there was always that really neat and cute bit whenever, during the second season when Goldar had a potion that was supposed to turn Kimberly into Zed's perfect mate, and it was Rita. Pretty much it made Kimberly and
he's trying to put Kimberly under Zed's spell so she wouldn't marry Zed, and Goldar was trying to turn her into Rita.
Well, he wasn't trying to turn her into Rita, he was just trying to turn her into Zed's perfect mate, and it just happened to be Rita. Which was a nice little nod to what was going to happen, like, I think it happened like 10 episodes later or something like that.
You and me are going to go back and rewatch that episode.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that...
Yeah, he wasn't trying to make Rita, because remember, Goldar was loyal to Zed. at that point. He was
He was
very-
loyal to whoever was in power, the little coward.
Oh yeah. That is a weird thing. I don't know if there's going to be a Goldar, or there's going to be a Babu, or there's going to be a
What?
Finster, or anybody.
Yeah.
I am
So
curious.
at least have Goldar.
Although
You
I
should at least have Goldar.
think they might end up making him CGI, which I'm a little worried about. But to be fair, old Goldar looks a little funny. Especially when he's
Well,
talking and
I
his
wonder if
mouth's
they're-
not moving at all with it.
I was wondering if they're doing Goldar, like if they do end up doing Goldar. I wonder if they're gonna do Scorpina too. His girlfriend on the show.
I don't know. A lot of people forgot Scorpina. Even Linkara forgot Scorpina.
Yeah, there was like one episode like, oh, you haven't seen the last of me. I'll be back. Never
Done.
appeared. I said, never appeared again. Never
Yeah.
seen or heard from again.
So, all right, well, I guess we have heard the last of you.
Yeah, because they couldn't get the actress back. Some money issue, I think. We keep talking way too much about the original series. Like, we need to talk about the new movie.
Yeah, it's like I enjoy it, and like she said, it's growing on her. So it's like, yeah, let's see.
It's like starting to grow on me.
After I mentioned about the whole, it's like, well, it looks like it's gonna tie into the Green Ranger, and they're gonna have.
No, I was like, I didn't have a problem with the fact that it was green. It's like, it's like, it's so different from the Rita costume from the original series, and even the first movie.
Well, see, different doesn't always mean bad. Though. That's the thing.
It does for me.
Different-
I hate change. I am one of those people. I am so resistant to change. Like, no.
Yeah, but this is a point where the change isn't for the worst. In fact, they do keep some of the elements, like you talked about the thing on her back, and you can even see
Yeah,
she has
I
some
think I know
spikes.
like they had the little thing, kind of made me paint homage to it.
Mhm. Yeah, they're still trying to keep
Yeah.
somewhat loyal to the original.
Of course, I don't know about the scales on her arms, on her arm things.
Pardon me. Again, I think that's to tie into more of the like mystical, magical nature of her, and also
Like make her appear more dragon-like.
yeah,
But
maybe it also might tie into.
if she turns out to actually be a dragon, or maybe some kind of like alien dragon shifter thing, I don't know. That might actually be cool. But I don't know how they do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like if she turns out to actually be a dragon or something, that could be cool. That sounds like it has potential to me.
Yeah.
Personally.
She might be what's his name? I can't remember from Zed. His giant sword he had.
Oh, the one little thing.
Yeah, I can't remember.
He
His
could
name.
never power because it took so much battery. Like,
Yeah, he had nuked a planet with it.
Yeah. Yeah, he knew the planet trying to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, that big dragon-looking thing. Like,
It's gonna bug me what his name is.
yeah, like, that's gonna bug me too.
And then unfortunately they retconned it, or they made it really weak and it killed it in Wild Force.
Yeah, they made such a big deal about it, like in the original series.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
it's
but
so
it's
powerful.
His name was.
Yeah, it's like the.
I don't know. Anyway.
Phone.
But anyway, the one weird thing is I think there was a little bit of disagreement on Rita, but with you, even though you've actually now started turning around, it's like I think a lot of people are now
Yeah,
starting to
like-
turn around back in.
Yeah, when I saw it first, I was like, oh, what? No! What? It's like, oh my god. It's like, thank you for killing my childhood. And then now seeing it again after not seeing it for a while, I don't know. It's kind of growing on me, like I said.
Yeah, but the real thing that's started to make people angry is whenever they've shown the actual Power Rangers, their suits. And I will admit, they are far, far different. And yes, they do have somewhat in a way homages to the original suits that were in the first movies.
Yeah, like their helmets.
Well, I was going to say more like the shiny, very armor-like nature, which
Yeah.
I will go ahead and say was one of my favorite little changes they did in the original first movie. It's like actually making armor.
It's like, I didn't much care for that because it looked weird. It's like,
Well, you're used to seeing the cloth, and then I will
Yeah.
say it didn't always work because sometimes work sometimes because the actors or people were in suits and couldn't move quite as well. But
it just looks so fake and plastic, and it's like,
I always thought it looked kind of real. To me, it's like, it didn't look
Well,
very
they just-
plastic. I always saw
Yeah,
it
it
as
just it
skinny.
looked plastic, and it's like, this looks so ridiculous. Like, what happened to the suits from the show? Like,
And they're trying to make it like anything with the movie, but trying to make it bigger and badder. Except for G.I. Joe the movie,
like
which didn't do that at all.
Trying to make it spiffier, like you said.
If you watch Transformers, the movie, the 1980s one, and then you go back to the show and you're like, what in the world happened to the animation? Oh, okay, I see. This had a budget. This really didn't have much of a budget. But, yeah, people are just
You're
hating.
still crying over the fact they killed Optimus Prime.
Oh, yeah, let's cry after Optimus Prime. But, yeah, people have issues with these suits.
Surprisingly, I don't.
Yeah, it's like, my biggest issue, I wish I was a little bit more white, but other than that, I like how they look.
Yeah, they look a bit more practical, actually.
I see them.
And the fact they look kind of like robotic suits, I don't really have a problem with that. It's like,
To me, they look like Guyver. I know you've never seen Guyver, but it's like if you look up Guyver, you go, oh yeah, there's a lot of similarities behind them. Again, I'll put up the thing of the actual suits here.
yeah.
But I like them. The only other issue, the other thing I have a slight problem with, besides I'd like a little bit more white, but I mean, to be fair, it's like I'm guessing they're gonna go with like certain people can do certain things. Like I bet the Black Ranger suit is gonna be more for stealth. That's just why it's almost completely black.
Yeah.
Red Ranger, of course, he's the leader.
Yeah, they tried to add like new abilities and weapons in the movie, but it's like it just didn't really work.
Yeah.
Like one of them, they had like lights on their helmets. Like,
Oh yeah, that
So
was a
it's like-
turbo.
yeah, no, it was on the like I think the Yellow Ranger, maybe the Red Ranger, like actually had little lights on their helmet in the first movie. It's like I do not remember this from the show, but okay, whatever.
Well, I know in Turbo they all had lights on their helmets and they all worked, which is odd.
Yeah, it just it looked ridiculous.
Yeah. The only thing I really have any kind of issues with,
I have high standards when it comes to my childhood. What can I say?
but the only thing I've ever had really kind of issues with the suit is the Blue Ranger's helmet looks a little funky. Like it looks, he's got these little bitty eyes like this. It looks a little weird, but I probably just need to see it a lot more. Maybe to kind of explain a little better. I'm sorry, Brooklyn wants to get his ball.
I was say I turned my phone on mute. Did you forget to do that?
Oh yeah, I always forget that. Everybody can tell you, it's like, oh yeah, his phone's always going off. There's Goku, there's Vegeta saying shit and everything. Or Cell sometimes. Yeah, it's like some people are having issues with suits, and I go, I bet y'all like Guyver. This Guyver suit on much.
I think the only issue I think I have with the suits is the little belt thing.
Same friend keeps texting me.
I was gonna say, tell her
Yeah, that-
to shush.
Feel that? There we go.
I know exactly who's texting. It's like, tell her to shush. Yeah, the little belt things, like it looks like little eyes on their bellies, like it just doesn't quite look right. I think it's supposed to be their morphers, like kind of fits into the suit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's
it's
what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be like, if it's like into the suit. It's like a neat idea, but just the overall look, it's like it looks like an eye right in the middle of their belly. It's like it's just it looks
Well, that's how the originals looked. They had little like their morphers were actually on their suits.
yeah, but it's like it looked like an actual belt. It didn't look like an eye on their belly.
Yeah, well, they're trying to go for a streamlined look more than anything.
Yeah, it's like I get that. It'd been more practical that way.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, I'm not trying to screw with y'all. I try to pull it up for Megan. That's how she could see what the original looked like. I just have to spell stuff right.
Yeah, like I know what they look like.
Yeah, just see like how they had the belts. That's what it was. I guess that's what they're going for. So they're still going for their morphers are there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The only reason I think there'd be something like right in the middle of their belly.
Yeah.
It looks like an eye.
Probably.
Like I said, neat idea, and I guess it's more practical to have it more streamlined like that. But it looks funky. It just looks like they have an eye on their stomach.
Again, this is probably like production,
Yeah.
not fully rendered
Rendered?
CGI at times. Because I will say, I think the suits are going to probably be CGI. I have a little bit of issues with, but that's just some of the issues. I'll see what they do. I'm not going to say, oh, CGI is worst ever. Like, also, like, if you notice in their chest, they all have, like, blank spots. I'm guessing their animals are going to be in there. Or, like, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Mastodon, how we have...
Planes on lights. Like, I don't mind that. I actually kind of like that.
Well, I think they're going to probably put their creatures and all that in there. Probably.
Like how they summon their creatures.
And
Kind of like how in
not like in the original movie.
I mean, like in the first movie.
But just like, you know how in their suits they always had in the middle of their chest they had like Billy had the Triceratops in his.
Yeah.
Jason had the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Kimberly had the pterodactyl on it. They're gonna have their animal in there, like
a picture of their animal.
Yeah.
That okay. It's not like you were like that's where their.
Swords.
Yeah. Like,
That'd be painful. Ah!
Like it just kind of pops out, like grows in size.
Oh, it'd be so
like,
painful.
The way you were.
No, it's like it's where their animal pictures are gonna say it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Maybe who knows? Like we'll just have to wait and see until the movie.
Oh, and also people are bitching and moaning about the fact, oh, they have armored boob socks. Okay. Who cares? Really? Seriously, who gives a shit? I mean, they're making a big deal about this, and I'm like, well, if you have just straight plate armor, that's not going to be comfortable. And yes, you do want people to remember, like, which one's the female ones, even though usually the pink and yellow ones are the female ones. Except for in Ninja Storm, the yellow one was actually a guy. A few of the ones, the Yellow Ranger has been played by a guy, actually. And
Well, Trini, even though in the original series she was the Yellow Ranger, she was a chick.
the Sentai was
Yeah, it was
played by
actually
a
a dude. You can actually notice like little bulge if you look closely enough in some of the episodes.
Well, and also, and people complain about that, but also if you look at the Pink Ranger from the Sentai, she was actually played by a woman in the Super Sentai.